up there. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's NBA and Major League Baseball action. No hockey for you today. No games slated for Saturday. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, we're doing very well in several different categories. Our daily best play a little bit slow over the past couple of days, so if you want to wait it out a day or two till we get hot again, maybe just hold off. Don't pull the trigger on Patreon. But we were very hot within the past week, had a great run, so we're looking to get back on track, balance out this variance and stay hot. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. Link is in the description section below for that website. Let's get to a couple shout-outs, the very controversial shout-outs. Let's start out with my man Stephen Lewis, Milwaukee Mike Jones, Proline Master, who has a great page of his own. Go to Proline Master on YouTube. Also, Billy the Kid, KC Walling, Terrence Terry Warren, Zeus 00, Ant Rod, which is South Jersey's finest, Ant Rod, representing Pleasantville. No, if you are, that would be a hell of a guess by me. Anyway, Ant Rod, South Jersey's finest. Morgan Poston, who says I look like David Cross. I don't know what a David Cross is, but he must be handsome. Jerry, we the best. No, Jerry, you're the best. And last but not least, a good traditional, non-exciting American name, Chris Smith. That's just that's what you get, man. Hey, Chris Smith here. But anyway, last but not least, my man Chris Smith. Thank you guys for commenting in the comment section. Like I said, no NHL video today, although we do want to reach out to a couple loyal NHL listeners and followers. We have Paul Lopez. We also have Sports Gambling Daily, Jared, who has a great channel of his own. Sports Gambling Daily, go ahead and visit him on YouTube. As I just started laughing, my fiance just woke up after working a very late shift, and she's got to go back to work. Grinder doesn't stop working, making that money. Somebody's got to make the money in this relationship, and obviously it is her. Very nice young lady, not too happy. Working till 3 a.m., back up at 7. Must be tough. All right. Once again, Sports Gambling Daily, straight to the point, and Neil Beatty. Last but not least, Neil Beatty. Shout-outs to those NHL guys. Let's go ahead and hop into some Major League Baseball. Got a nice slate for us today, beginning with the Rays taking on the Yankees. 1:05 Eastern first pitch at Yankee Stadium. The Rays open the betting as the $1.15 favorite, total at 8. We're seeing a nickel move toward the Rays up to -120. Once again, Tampa Bay opened $1.15 up to 120. Totals at 8 flat. 52% are leaning Tampa Bay. 51% of the consensus is shaded toward the over. Right now, the Yankees are +110 on the money line. Tampa Bay +135 on the run line. We have Blake Snell for the Rays. Masahiro Tanaka for the Yankees. Blake Snell's just 3-4 with a 3.56 ERA. Tampa Bay is 20th in scoring, 21st in strikeouts. They're striking out 9.5 times per contest. Meanwhile, the Yankees on the other side, 5th in runs allowed at home, and they've been winners in 6 out of their last 7. Now, total-wise, Tampa Bay is 6-0 to the under in their last 6 on the road. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean toward the home dogs in this one. Really like this spot. Give me the Yankees +1.5 and the under 8 runs in that game. Looks like we do have some shout-outs for baseball. Let's just go ahead and get into them real quick. We have the Proline Master, Chuck Half Pinter, Jake Ricky Bobby, Will Smith, who's an incredible musical artist. Really loved him in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the late 80s, early 90s. Ricky Pearson, Ant Rod, once again, South Jersey's finest. Stephen Lewis, and last but not least, Bo Diddley Dunn. Bo Diddley Dunn. Last but not least, Bo Diddley Dunn. All right, next game. We have the Blue Jays taking on the White Sox. 2:10 Eastern first pitch at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. No line currently posted for this game. I like Toronto winning it outright. Next game, Phillies hosting the Rockies. 4:05 Eastern first pitch in South Philly. The Phillies open 185, total 8.5. A lot of movement in this one. We saw a 10-cent fade of Philadelphia on the money line down to 175. Total moved all the way up to 9.5. Once again, Philly open 185, down to minus 175. Total open 8.5, up to 9.5. 68% are leaning toward the Phillies. 54% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Rockies are plus 155 on the money line. Phillies plus $1.15 on the run line. We have Antonio Sensatella for the Rockies. Aaron Nola for the Phils. Sensatella has a 5.34 ERA. Nola comes into today's game with a 3-0 record. The Phillies are also 5th in walks. A lot of free passes. Oh, that's a butt. That is a naked butt. And those are bobbities. Oh my goodness. Bobbities. Full on nudity. From my fiance, I am distracted. Oh my goodness. Full naked. Not a slither of clothing on her body. Oh, there go the underwears. Might have to stop this podcast right now. Those bobbities are looking nice. I want to be slapped in the face with them. Anyway. Whew. Feeling good now. Wow. Philadelphia, 5th in walks. A lot of free passes. 8th in home scoring. Colorado, well, they're just 20-23 overall for the year. 3 games under 500. They lost their last 2 straight. They're also striking out 9.81 times per contest. When it comes to scoring, Philadelphia is 7-2 to the under in their last 9. I got to lean Philadelphia in this one. Give me the Phillies minus 175 and the under 9.5 in that game. Still can't figure it out how a bald man in his mid-30s, it looks like David Cross, can get a young, hot, sexy young lady with perfect bobbities in her 20s. How do you do it? How do you pull it off? Certainly ain't big junk game, I'll tell you that. Next game, Cardinals, Rangers, 4:05 Eastern first pitch in Texas. The Cardinals open 145, total 11.5. Expecting a lot of runs in that one. Good amount of movement in this one as well. We're seeing a 20-cent fade of the Cardinals down to minus 125. Total moved up to 12 flat. So once again, the Cardinals open 145 down to minus 125. Total open 11.5 up to 12 flat. 69% are leaning Cardinals. 82% shaded toward the over. Once again, the Rangers are plus 110 on the money line. St. Louis plus 105 on the run line. We have Hudson for the Cards. Jurado for the Rangers. Hudson's 2-3 with a 4.61 ERA. Jurado 1-1 with a 1.50 ERA. Texas is first in home scoring. They're also 6th in walks. Meanwhile, St. Louis on the other side, well, they've been winners in just 9 out of 22 games away from home. They've also dropped 7 out of their last 8 when traveling. And when it comes to the total, Texas is 8-40 the over in their last dozen. I will lean toward the home dog in this matchup here, the team that's scoring a whole lot right now. Give me Texas plus 1.5 and the over 12 runs in that game. Yes, I'm taking the over 12. All right, next matchup. It is going to be Mets taking on the Marlins. Give me the Mets minus 125 and the over 7.5 in that game. Next matchup, we have Baltimore taking on the Indians. 4:10 Eastern first pitch in Cleveland. The Indians open $1.50 down to minus 145. Total's 9.5. 67% are leaning Cleveland. 73% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Orioles are plus 130 on the money line. Cleveland plus 130 on the run line. We have John Means for Baltimore. Adam Plutko making his first start for the Cleveland Indians. The Indians are 4th in runs allowed, 5th in hits allowed. Baltimore's dropped 7 out of their last 9. They're also 25th in road scoring. And speaking of the scoring, Baltimore's 5-1 to the under in their last 6. Give me the Indians minus 145 and the under 9.5 in that game. Next matchup, Dodgers, Reds, 4:10 Eastern first pitch in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark. The Dodgers open 140, total 9.5. 10-cent move toward Los Angeles up to 150. Once again, LA open 140 up to minus 150. Total's 9.5. 71% on the Dodgers, 65% on the under. The Reds are plus 135 on the money line. Dodgers minus 105 on the run line. We have Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. Tyler, you've got mail for the Reds. Buehler's 4-0 on the year for the Dodgers. Mail hasn't delivered. 0-5 with a 3.97 ERA for the Reds. Speaking of the Reds, they're second up. Did you like that pun? Tyler, you've got mail. He hasn't delivered. He's 0-5 on the year. You know it was good. You're a sucker for a good pun. Call you pun face. No, I never said that. Yes, that was rude. Do you want to slap my face on the podcast? No. Just have a hand come out and whack me. Anyway, back on track. Cincinnati is second to last in hits on average per game. They're also striking out 9.1 times per contest at home. The Dodgers, on their side of things, winners in 5 out of their last 6. They're also 29-14 as the favorite. So when expected to win, they certainly deliver. Total-wise, LA is 71% to the under in their last 7. Give me the Dodgers minus 150 and the under 9.5 in that game there. Got to make very dry content exciting. I don't think I'm doing it, but anyway, next game. Really want to dive into this one. We have the A's taking on the Tigers. Give me Oakland minus 115 and the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, we have Milwaukee taking on the Braves, and that is going to be a 7:15 Eastern first pitch in Atlanta. The Braves open $1.10, total 9. Nickel move toward Atlanta up to 115. Movement upward on the total up to 9.5. Once again, the Braves open $1.10 up to $1.15. Total open 9 up to 9.5. 52% are leaning Brewers, 79% shaded toward the over. Right now, Milwaukee's plus 105 on the money line. Atlanta plus 165 on the run line. We have Anderson for the Brewers, Gaussman for the Braves. I like Milwaukee getting the job done in this spot here. I always like Milwaukee catching plus money. So give me the Brewers plus 105 and the over 9.5 in that game. Next matchup, Cubs, Nationals. 7:15 Eastern first pitch in the nation's capital. Washington open $1.35, total at 8. Nickel move toward the Nats and movement upward on the total up to 8.5. Once again, Washington open $1.35 up to minus 140. Total open 8 up to 8.5. 62% are leaning Chicago, 65% shaded toward the under. The Cubbies are plus 125 on the money line. Washington plus 145 on the run line. We have Big John Lester for the Cubs, Steven Strasburg for the Nats. Tell you what, this would have been a very good pitching matchup 3 years ago, but still might be good today. Lester's 3-1 with a sub-2 ERA. I think it's like 1.16. Can't read the handwriting there. I know. I don't know what I was trying to write there. But anyway, Lester 3-1 with a sub-2 ERA. Strasburg on the other side, 3-3 with a 3.63 ERA. The Cubbies are first in road scoring. Meanwhile, Washington 24th in runs allowed at home. So it looks like the Cubbies should put it on them. Like the Cubbies catching plus money in the spot here. I do want to bump it up a little bit. So give me the Cubbies plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that game. All right, next matchup. Man, a lot of games today. Holy cow. Astros taking on the Red Sox. 7:15 Eastern first pitch in Boston at the Green Monster. We had a good old-fashioned flip of the lines in this one. Houston opened up as the $1.10 underdog with a total at 10.5. And like I said, flip of the lines in this one. Houston's now minus 110. 20-cent move there. With the total moving up to 11. So once again, the Astros open plus 110. Now minus 110. Total open 10.5 up to 11. 52% are leaning Astros. 65% shaded toward the under. Right now, Boston is plus 105 on the money line. Houston plus 135 on the run line. We have Corbin Martin for the Astros. Hector Velasquez for the Red Sox. Boston's fourth in scoring at home. They're also 12-9 straight up at Fenway. Houston on the other side, I think they're really due for a loss. They've won 9 in a row. They're red hot. No, honestly, I really can't say anything bad about Houston. Nobody's ever due. I'll tell you this much. If you're at the roulette wheel and you see red pop up 10 times in a row, don't bet on black. It really doesn't matter. Go with the hot hand. But anyway, Houston, I can't say they're due for a loss. I just think this is a really good spot for Boston and their backers, especially catching a little bit of plus money here. So I like Boston getting the job done in this one. No real math-based decision behind this one. Give me the Red Sox plus 105 and the under 11 runs in that game. Next matchup. Here comes the perfume.
Wait for your coffee.
Oh, do I still have coffee in there?
Yep. Have a cup.
Yeah. Coffee makes me shit.
Yeah.
Went twice today already.
Oh, what?
Went twice already, yeah.
Really?
It's disgusting. Next game. Pirates, Padres, 8:40 Eastern first pitch in San Diego. No line for this game as of yet, although we do have Montana D. RuPaul. Starting pitcher, Montana D. RuPaul. RuPaul. Going against Nick Margevicius. I like Padres getting the job done in that one. Give me San Diego winning that one outright. Woman groans in pain in the background. She's just putting on shoes, I swear. It sounds like a murder. But she's just putting on her shoes. With an angry scowl. Nice bun. And buns. Next matchup, Royals, Angels, 10:07 Eastern first pitch in Los Angeles. The Angels open $1.55, total 8.5. 15-cent move toward the Angels in this matchup here. Love you. Have a good day.
You too.
I'm golfing today.
Have a great day golfing.
Thank you.
I'll have a shit day at work.
Work sucks, man. I say it every day on the podcast. It's
Golly.
terrible. Although I did mention that, do you remember waking me up yesterday? You were like,
Yeah.
I slept through my alarm or didn't set it.
You didn't. I don't think you said it.
And so I missed like the baseball. Like literally my thumbnail was MLB no picks today. And so I mentioned that. You woke me up like hitting me.
I just had to wake you. I tried to shake you first. You didn't.
They liked it.
I had to give you a big one.
Yeah, they gave me the business.
Have a great day golfing.
All right, love you.
I love you.
Have a good day. All right, so we just finished up with the Pirates, Padres. I like the Padres winning it outright. Next game, Royals, Angels, 10:07 Eastern first pitch in L.A. The Angels opened $1.55 up to 170. Total open 8.5 up to 9. 67% are leaning Angels, 70% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Angels are plus 155 on the money line. Angels plus $1.25 on the run line. We have Jake Junis for the Royals. Channing for the Angels. Channing is 1-1 with a 5.65 ERA. The Angels are also 22nd in walks allowed, 23rd in runs allowed at home. Kansas City striking out just 8 times per contest. I like Kansas City getting the job done in this spot here. Give me the Royals plus 150. Give me the Royals plus 1.5 in the over 9 runs in that game. All right, next matchup. It is going to be Giants, Diamondbacks. No line for this game. Give me San Fran winning it outright. Next and final game for the show. It is going to be Twins, Mariners. 10:10 Eastern first pitch in Seattle. The Twins open $1.40, total 8.5. Nickel fade of Minnesota on the money line and movement upward on the total, 135 and 9 flat. Once again, the Twins open $1.40 down to minus 135. Total open 8.5 up to 9. 71% are leaning Minnesota, 67% shaded toward the over. Right now, Seattle's plus 125 on the money line. Minnesota plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Berrios for the Twins, Wade LeBlanc for Seattle. Berrios is 6-2 on the year. LeBlanc comes into this game with a 4.50 ERA. Seattle's just 4-14 in their last 18 games. Wow. Winners in just 4 out of their last 18. They're also striking out 9.64 times per contest. Minnesota on the other side, first in road hits, 10.33 hits per contest on average. And when it comes to the scoring, Minnesota is 13-8 to the over away from home. Give me the Twins minus 135 in the over, 9 runs in that game. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Before I get out of here, got to remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. Link for that site is in the description section below. Playing a little golf today. Might stream live. Be on the lookout for the Brock Page Open 2019. Be playing with Paul Hilliard, who you know from some live streams and some other characters. So be on the lookout for that. Might go live today, filming some hackers play some golf. So that is a possibility. All right, guys, thank you for watching today's program. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And as always, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.